Dear students, I am one of your teachers from Government Girls High School, Wilgam. I am with you with the subject Social Science for class 9th. You know that presently we are dealing the history part of it, and in previous lectures I told you many things about the Russian Revolution. It is included in our syllabus. In today's lecture, we will try to see the revolution of Russia in its two phases. We will make a list. In one, we will see the main events and the effects of the February Revolution, other with the main events and effects of the October Revolution. We will try to see that who was involved in each, who were the leaders, and what was the impact of each on Soviet history. Dear students, the October Revolution of 1917 was the second phase of the Russian Revolution. The first phase took place in February 1917, and the Tsar was compelled to abdicate. A provisional government was set up which could not solve the pressing problems of the people. It therefore lost people's support. It failed to end war, to give land to the tillers given the equal status. The result was the revolution of the second phase, known as the October Revolution. The Bolshevik Party, under the leadership of Lenin, promised peace to the soldiers, land to the workers, and all powers to the Soviets, and equal rights to the non-Russians. The October Revolution had a great impact on Russia, as detailed below. It brought an end to the autocratic rule in Russia. The new government started the era of socialism. Land, industries, factories, mines, banks, and insurance companies, and all means of production were nationalized. New social setup was based on the principle of communism. Dear students, we see that the Bolshevik Revolution put an end to the Russian imperialism. Now we see that the Bolshevik Revolution put an end to the Russian imperialism. The estates of the landlords, the church, and the Tsar were confiscated and transferred to peasant societies. This way, some main points of both the revolutions, to some extent failure of one and the success of other, came into our mind, and I briefly tried to make a difference between the two, and I also tried to convey that what were the effects of both. Why was another revolution called or needed there if already one revolution had taken place? With these differences and points, you can differentiate And we see it is up to the people of any place. If they are satisfied with a system, they agree with that, they support that, and it makes that a success. So in both the revolutions, we saw the main differences. I think this is sufficient for today. I hope that you will again and again listen these points and make it a source to enhance your knowledge and to cover your syllabus and to be prepared for any future tests or exams as offered by the Department of Education. Take care of your health and take the care of health of others also. Wishing you a good time ahead. Bye.